A very warm welcome to all my lovely students. I hope you all have seen part 1 of Unit 3 Point of View. Now moving towards part 2, let us begin with it. Activity 4 Point of View is a common idiom. Idioms are groups of words that have a specific meaning that is different from the ordinary meaning of each separate word. See what is idiom? So idioms are the groups of words. They have a special meaning and that is different from the ordinary meaning of each sentence, separate word. And so the best way to understand these idioms is to listen and observe how they are used in different ways. See how they are used in different ways. See, let us see through this. Think about these sentences that use the idiom. Put it in perspective. See different idioms, see different sentences are used for the idiom put it in perspective. Let us discuss. There are so many details. I have to look at the big picture to put it all in perspective. First one, he's really upset and scared to drive because he had a small car accident, but he needs to put it in perspective. It was just one time and he and the car are okay. And the third one, the unemployment rate seems high, but you have to put it in perspective. It's lower than it was last year. See, what do you think? Put it in perspective means. See, in all these three sentences, what do you think the word this idiom put it in perspective means? It means what? In this three sentence, to see a big picture. It means that. Now let us discuss the second one. Think about these sentences that use the idiom take on things. So let us see through sentence. This expert is coming to our meeting to share her take on things. We'll wait till after that to decide what to do. Second one, this is only my take on things. I'm sure you will have a different perspective. The artist and the scientist usually have a different take on things, but what if the artist is a scientist? That should be interesting. See here, what do you think take on things means? See, in all above three sentences, the idiom take on things, what it means? It means to give or have an opinion or point of view. It means that. That was about idioms. Now moving ahead to our activity 5. The story of the blind man and the elephant is about different point of view. See, the story began in India, but it has spread all over the world. It's part of many religion and has many variations. This is one that was made into a poem. See, this is a story of a blind man and the elephant, and the story began where it began in India, but it has spread all over the world. And see, it's part of many religion, and in the part of many religion and many variation also it has changed. So this one that was made into poems, it has been made into a poem by whom? By John Godfrey Sack in the early 1870s, where in the year 1870s. Now read the poem. See here we will read the poem and I'll explain you the meaning also. The Blind Man and the Elephant by John Godfrey Sack. It was six men of Hindustan. See, Hindustan means Hindustan, old name of India. To learning much inclined. Inclined means what? To have a tendency to know. Who went to see the elephants, though all of them were blind. They went to see the elephant and they were blind. That each by observation might satisfy his mind. By observation means what? By their close look, they can satisfy their mind. The first approached the elephant. Approach means the first came near the elephant and happening to fall against his broad and sturdy side. See, sturdy means physically very strong and solid and thick one. Sturdy side at once began to bawl, means shout, God bless me. But the elephant is very like a wall. What did he say? It's like a wall. See the second feeling of the tusk. The second one, he felt the tusk. Cried, "Oh, what have we here? So very round and smooth and sharp." It was round, smooth, and sharp. To me, this mighty clear, this wonder of an elephant is very like a spear. Means it was like a spear, a very long pointed rod used as a weapon. According to him, it was like a spear. And the third approached the animal. He came near to the elephant and happening to take the squirming trunk. Squirming means moving from side to side. Within his hand took, thus boldly up and spake. Spake means spoke. "I see," quoth he. Quoth means it is old use, that is, it means said. "The elephant is very like a snake." What did he say? The third one, it's like a snake. The fourth reached out an eager hand and felt about the knee. See, the fourth one. What most this wondrous beast is like. Wondrous means extremely, surprisingly beast, surprisingly animal. It's mighty plain. It is mighty plain. Over here, it is quite simple. Quoth he, said he, "This clear enough, the elephant is very like a tree." What did he say? It's like a tree. The fifth who chanced to touch the ear. The fifth he touched the ear and said, "And the blindest man can tell what this resemble most." It appears similar. Deny the fact who can this marvel of an elephant. Marvel means what? A piece of wonder. It's an elephant of an elephant is very like a fan. He said it's like a fan. The sixth no sooner had begun about the beast to grope, means to fumble, to feel about him, then seizing means what? Catching on the swinging tail. He caught its tail that fell within his scoop. That fell within his scoop. "I see," quoth he. He said, "the elephant is very like a rope." He said it's like a rope. And so these men of Hindustan disputed loud and long, each in his own opinion. They started giving their own opinion. Exceeding means what? Going beyond. Stiff and strong means rigid, stubborn, and often, though each were partly in the right, they were partly right according to their point of view, and all were in the wrong, and they were wrong also. See, what is a moral? So oft in theological wars, see, so of theologic means theologic means what? Related to the study of religion or religious belief, any. I win. See, the disputant means what? Those who differ from one another, giving their opinion. When think they I think, rail on in utter ignorance, means mere ignorance of what each other mean, what they mean each other, and prate means spoke or talked too much about an elephant. Not one of them has seen. See, not one of them. As such, they were blind. See what is said over here in this poem. See, in this popular poem, that the blind man and the elephant, that is published in 1870s, the poet John Godfrey conveyed that one who listens to the point of view of all involved may get a closer perspective of the reality. The story is centered on six studious blind men from Hindustan, that is India, and they went to see an elephant. Since all were blind, they could learn only by touching. See, the first one approached and he felt broad and sturdy body and shouted that the elephant was like a wall. And the second one, he touched the round, smooth, sharp tusk and he said it was like a spear. The third blind man, he took the trunk and boldly said it was like a snake. And the fourth one, he touched the knee and told it was the elephant was like a tree. And the fifth one, blind man, he touched the ears and he declared to his friend, nobody and can deny that elephant was like a fan. So and the sixth one, he experienced the swinging tail of the elephant and said that it was like a rope. See, those men of India returned and they started fighting with each other on who was right and who was wrong. And each one of the blind men was correct also, but all were wrong also. They had not seen the elephant. Still, they kept on arguing about the look of the elephant. And the moral of the story is that each one look at the things from their own point of view, and we have to understand and respect others' views. See, we all have their own point of view and describing the things. So we have to understand and respect others' views also, and also to get a broader picture. That was the moral of this poem. And see, we understood that each and everyone has their own point of view to describe the thing. Now moving to the activity 6. Like chaos reigns as traffic rules are ignored. The poem The Blind Man's and the Elephant. See, we have discussed this both by the poem by John Godfrey Sack shows the point of view. See, in both of them, they shows the point of view of the poet and the poem points of view of the other people also. See, everyone has a unique point of view. They have unique point of view to express their feelings. And your point of view is influenced by what? By the type of person you are. And also by your experience. By your experience also it comes. Remember that writing a person's idea in quotation mark shows that the writer is using the exit word of the person. See, when the quotation marks are used, at that time the exit words are being expressed of that person. When we write about sources, sometimes we want to modify an exit quotation to fit better with other our own ideas, or to make the meaning clearer for the reader. See, when we write about the source, and at that time we use the exit quotation words to modify it in our own words, and but to make a meaning that becomes clearer to the reader when it reads. When we do this, when we are doing this, we use a specific punctuation. We use specific punctuation mark to show that the words inside the quotation mark have been changed. See, let us see. Words inside quotation marks are exit except. See, they are exit except writing a person's idea in quotation marks. They shows that the writer is only using the exit words of that person. They have been in the quotation mark. And if the writer wants to change, if he wants to change the exit words, this must be indicated with different punctuation. If he wants to change, then the different punctuation marks are used. See, let us see through example over here. For example, a change in what Ben said. Do you mean that you enjoy it? Might be shown this way. It is shown in this way in the quotation marks. Deleting part of what Ben said. We use ellipsis. Ben asked, you enjoy it. See, what Ben asked, you enjoy it. See, different quotation marks, different punctuation is used. Adding something to what Ben said, we use bracket. See, adding to it, we use bracket also. See here in the sentence, Ben questioned, do you mean that you enjoy painting the fence? See, in the bracket it is used. You enjoyed painting fence. See, that was all about the different punctuation mark we use while writing the same thing. Now moving towards the activity 8. Remember that we said that when writers tells the idea of the other people, they can do it in different ways. One way is to show the exit words of the person by using direct quotations. See, exit words, where are they placed? In the direct quotations they are. And another way what is to modify this quotation with special punctuation that we have discussed in activity 7. Another way is with the reported speech. These other ways with reported speech. And see, this reported speech is often where it is used in the newspaper. One more way is with paraphrase. See, the other way is in the paraphrase also. See, let us see what is the meaning of paraphrase. Paraphrase means that a writer accurately expresses the idea of sources in her own language. See, what is paraphrase? The writer, he is expressing all his views and his ideas of sources which are there in her own words, in the own words. See, paraphrases is different from reported speech. It is different from reported speech. See, reported speech, they changes the grammar of a direct quotation, but it stays very close to the words where the source has been used. And in reported speech, it is often it is used where in the newspaper. And paraphrase is what they keeps the idea of the source, but changes the way and the way how it has been expressed into the writer's own words. Writer's own words are used in that paraphrase. That was about paraphrase. Now moving to the activity 10. Notice that the poem The Blind Man and the Elephant by John Godfrey Sack has the same structure as Chaos Prevails as Traffic Rules Go for a Toss by Jatin Singh. See, remember that we use the word structure. See, what is structure? They describe the way of idea or sequence. They are in a sequence and they are connected to each other and to the whole, to make a whole part. See, structure also describe how the main idea they are connected to all the other ideas in a story or any article or a poem. See, structure is the way that the parts of something are put together to make the whole. They are the part. They are parts of something. They are put where they have been put together to make the whole one. In writing, we talk about structure when we are talking about structure to describe the sequence of the ideas and how those ideas how they are connected to each other and how the main idea is formed. See, writer can use the same structure to express. He can use the main structure, same structure to express many different ideas. See, noticing the structure that source use can help you to organize your own idea. In this way, you can structure that sources, and you can. This would be helpful to organize your own ideas also. That was about structure. See, think about the sequence of Jatin Singh's idea. He put his main idea at the end of chaos prevails as traffic rules go for a toss, and he used quotations. He used a quotation showing that the other people's ideas also he has discussed in the article to express his main idea. He wanted to express a main idea, and he used all the other people's ideas in a quotation marks spoken by them, other people's idea. And when we talk about The Blind Man and the Elephant by John Godfrey Sack, he also put the main idea of the author at the end. At the end, he has described it, and also uses the other people's idea. Also, he used the other people's ideas to help to express the author's main idea. See, he has also used the other people's ideas also. Why? To help to express. It helps to express what the author's main idea, what the author wanted to express, his main idea. So that was all about it. I hope you all have understood it properly. Thank you for listening.